88% of people will completely ditch their New Year's resolutions by the third week in January. So, if you don't want to be one of those people yet again this year, I'm going to share in today's video 3 strategies for you to be able to implement that are super simple and a little bit outside the box thinking. But before I do that, I want to share a principle with you because I think as we go into creating these resolutions, we often go into them having these big, lofty thoughts about what goals we need to accomplish, what things we want to just crush. And we look at this gigantic elephant. You know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, is the saying goes. The problem is the same way with our resolutions. We come into the new year, we set these big, lofty goals, and we just can't figure out how to chunk it down into small enough bite-sized pieces so that we can actually accomplish the goal. So instead of thinking about trying to tackle this gigantic object, I want you to consider the principle of 1 degree. 1 degree is all it takes to turn a piece of ice into water. At 32 degrees, you have ice. And at 33 degrees, that ice will begin to melt. So it's just 1 degree. What the heck has changed in that 1 degree? And likewise, if we have boiling water, water will boil at 211 degrees. And then just one more degree, 212 degrees, that water turns into steam. So think about that. It's just 1 degree. It's not some massive thing that has to happen to turn ice into water and water into steam. And this is what I'm asking for you, is to think about yourself in these small incremental ways so that you can easily take the big giant thing that you want to accomplish and break it down into the little 1 degree bite-sized pieces for your overall success. So the 3 strategies that I want to present to you as you go through this process of thinking about what are these digestible bite-sized pieces I can break it down into is I want you to consider what I call an anti-strategy. So oftentimes we're thinking about all of the things that we need to do to accomplish the thing, but we often don't think about what is it we have to stop doing. Are you watching too much TV? Are you sleeping in too late? Are there things that you're doing in your everyday habits that we just need to stop doing? So if you can start to consider the things in your life that are holding back your progress because they are not serving you, then that is going to leave more room for overall growth for the thing that you want to get to. So for instance, let's say you come home at night and you watch TV for 2 hours. Well, that's actually time that maybe you could spend being creative, or maybe it's time to take a walk, or perhaps even just connecting with your spouse or your loved one in a way that you can have better engagement and better conversation. Maybe it's time that you are able to sit and journal. Maybe it's time for you to consider, what did you do throughout your day, and start to realize, what did you do in your day that was successful, and what are the things you want to do in the next day to be able to bring yourself more success. So think about that. What are the things that you are doing that are not serving you that you can start to eliminate? Scaling back on the things that don't serve your ability to create the success in your life. The second strategy is to fail faster and fail smarter. So often we hang on to things. We want to hang on because, oh gosh, we just feel like we're moving, we're doing something, and it feels like we're being, we've got progress, but then we don't realize that it's actually not for our better good. So start to recognize sooner rather than later that something is not serving you. And failures are not failures. Failures are simply an opportunity to learn and grow. So think about that, failing faster and failing sooner, so you can get to the next place that is going to create and bring you better success. And then the last strategy I call identity discipline. This is about your self-talk. How do you talk to yourself? How do you speak to the one person that you should love the most in this whole world? You. Are you speaking nicely to yourself? When you tell yourself that you are looking to accomplish certain things, if you say, I want to eat healthier. Is that really the best phrase? Or, maybe if we change that, we can say something more like, I value nourishing food in my body. Your brain hears the power in these words, and it will actually start to manifest things that then make you choose more nourishing foods. So, likewise, when you catch yourself saying things to you, and I had a patient the other day say this to me. She said, I feel like my body is failing me and I'm being punished because she's trying to lose weight and she's unable to lose the weight, even though she's on Weight Watchers. And she started to share with me some of the things that she was being coached on through Weight Watchers. And I was like, that's incorrect information. She's eating high protein cereal in the morning, which is spiking her blood sugar. She's already pre-diabetic. She has insulin resistance. She just got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So she's got a very autoimmune inflammatory body, and we need to start to unravel those things. But the more you say to yourself, my body is failing me, I'm being punished, the more your body hears it's going to punish you. So start to pay attention to how you identify with yourself. How do you speak to yourself? Are you speaking kind words to yourself? Are you speaking words of growth and affirmation and adoration, really? Because you have to love yourself more than anything else in this world. And if other people spoke to you the way you spoke to yourself, I don't think you'd be okay with it. We walk around saying, oh my God, you're so stupid. Oh, I'm so stupid. I dropped that pen. If you dropped a pen and I said to you, you're so stupid for dropping that pen, you would probably never talk to me again. So why do you allow yourself to speak to yourself that way? All right. So those are our three principles or three strategies: is make sure, set those anti-goals, eliminate the things that aren't serving you, fail faster and smarter, recognize sooner rather than later when something isn't serving you. And then, of course, identity. What is your identity? How are you speaking to yourself? How do you show up in the world? What do those words look like when you say things to yourself, or when you're trying to create something positive? Are you actually using words that have power so that your body can actually create and make that change? And then don't forget the principle of 1 degree. All it takes is one simple degree to make a massive shift for you and a massive transformation. So I hope that's helpful. Please drop a comment and let me know, what is it that you struggle with and which one of these principles resonates with you the most? And if you can commit to just 1 degree, one little step each and every day, I promise you, you will look back 365 days from now and you will go, wow, I can't believe how much I've accomplished. Because motivation will not get you there. But that 1 degree every day, that one little step every day, that's called discipline. And discipline will override your motivation. Motivation is not sustainable. So you must tap into the discipline. Small, simple steps each and every day. And I promise you, you will start to feel so much better when you look back and see what you've accomplished by taking tiny steps rather than attempting to tackle the whole elephant all at once. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope that was helpful. Please share this with somebody who you know could use this bit of information. And let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear which principles you resonated with the most and what is the 1% that you're going to start to focus on. All right, thanks for being here. And